Okay. All right. Yeah, look, um, disappointed in the loss. I don't feel like we played our best football. Um, I think we got to really look at what we're doing moving forward, and we've got to play better than we did. Um, last night on Monday night, obviously we played a good football team. Um, in a hostile environment, and we didn't fare well in that game, and so that just tells us that we still got a lot of work to do, and we're going to be hard at work trying to do that.
Hey, DA, is there any update on Derek? I know he said he was going to have an MRI today.
You know what? I don't have any medical updates right now. I mean, we got in at like 2:30 this morning, and so we've been medical people have been going through all the evaluations this morning. I would expect that probably sometime after this call, I'll get a medical update on all these guys in terms of what happened during the game.
Yeah. And when you mentioned, I guess looking at what you're doing, is that a suggestion of personnel change, or is that just kind of the natural thing you got to do every week?
Well, I just think, look, when you don't play as well as we needed to, and I thought in this game we made some uncharacteristic mistakes that we hadn't done in the first 4 weeks, and so I know we had a couple of new things defensively that we were doing. I know there's a couple of things offensively that we were doing, and we just didn't execute as well as we needed to. So I think as coaches, we got to look at what's our part in that? How can we put our guys in better positions to have success? How can we simplify the thinking for those guys so that they don't have to do a lot of thinking? They can just go out and play. And so I think that's what we're going to be doing today as we get ready to prepare for Tampa Bay this week.
DA, what went into the decision to have Jonathan Abram go in there instead of Jordan Howden?
Yeah, I just felt like JA, when he's played for us, he's played well, and he's been practicing hard and doing a lot of good things in practice. And I felt like he was in that environment, in that situation, I thought he was the right person to put in the game.
And then how did you feel like your pass rush did after you watched the tape this morning?
Well, I thought we were disruptive, but I don't think we were able to finish on the quarterback like we needed to. And it's frustrating because he's hard to get down on the ground, and we had some opportunities to do that, and we weren't able to finish. I thought Mahomes did a lot of Mahomes things in this game.
Is part of that not finishing, like, were you pleased with the effort on that, or would you have liked to see more? Like, would you kind of make of the effort on?
Yeah, I don't look at it as an effort issue.
Hey, Dennis, Chris Olave's brother tweeted last night something that seemed to take issue with this lack of targets. And obviously you can't control what friends or family members think, but do you think that with a losing streak like that, that could show like signs of dissension, I guess? Like, and how do you as a coach keep everyone together and those outside opinions, I guess, outside?
Yeah, well, look, I mean, those things tend to have a tendency to want to creep in when things aren't going well, and um, I think we just got to stick together as a group, and because the only way that you can turn things around is to be a united front. And so I think that's what we've always kind of done here, and um, that's what we'll do now. And look, I think we're all frustrated that with our lack of ability to really get anything going offensively in that game, and certainly we want to be able to get Chris's touches, and we weren't really able to do that last night.
No, it was very brief, but what'd you make of Jay Kanner's performance after stepping in for Carr there?
Well, look, I thought he went in and did fine. I thought he was under duress a lot. It got to the point in the game where they were kind of cutting loose on the pass rush, and I don't think there was a lot of opportunities for him.
And I think you guys only had 4 play action attempts. Just how much of that is the run game not being as successful as it was early in the season, and then also like the injuries you guys have had to the offensive line? Like, is it harder to run play action when you're shuffling guys in and out?
Well, yeah, I don't know if that's the case. I think you have a plan going in. We kind of got down a little bit in the game. We were able to kind of fight ourselves back in, but I felt like the whole game we were kind of chasing points, and so probably the play action isn't quite as effective when you're in those type of situations.
How would you assess?
I lost you there, JD. How would I assess what?
The offensive line, you had a lot of change going into the game, and then even some change during the game.
Yeah, look, well, I think those guys were in a tough situation, and I thought at times we held up pretty good. I thought in protection, in particular, I thought we held up pretty good, at least early on in the game. We weren't probably as good as we needed to be later in the game. I don't think we got the movement on the line of scrimmage that we needed to be able to get the run game going. So that was a little bit disappointing. And, but that's it's a difficult thing to do to have that many changes on your offensive line. And yet, we've got to figure out ways that we can still, move the ball and be effective.
I know you haven't gotten any medical updates on Carr, but did you have a chance to talk to him this morning? Was he feeling any better in terms of soreness or anything?
I have not discussed anything with him today.
Hey, DA, have you had any conversation at all with Todd Bowles and what they're going through with the Bucs? I know it's an unusual situation, but it is, you guys certainly can relate to what the Bucs are having to deal with.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I did, see or hear that, they were coming in today. It sounds like, but I really haven't. I really hadn't had a chance to really think about that too much, to be honest.
I mean, can you relate to what they're going through, having to evacuate out of ahead of a storm?
Well, yeah, we've done it a couple of times. It's a challenging situation, and in particular, when you're talking about not just the team leaving, but taking care of the friends and families and all those things that you're having to make sure that they're taken care of too. So it's a challenging situation, and I certainly understand what that's like.
And after you got a chance to look at Paul Sanadibo's pass interference penalty, like, just where do you think things kind of stand with him now that he's had a few, and what's the adjustment going forward for him?
Yeah, I think he, like a lot of guys on our team, have a lot of improving to do, and that's what we've got to work hard to continue to do and continue to get better. He's played a lot of good football for us, and I think us as a team overall, I think we've got to improve. Okay, guys, thanks.